Ladies and gentlemen, ECS Season 6 is upon us. We've had about 6 days of activity so far, some great Counter-Strike played. We're coming to you from the beautiful Santa Monica, California. It's a beautiful day here. We're having a lot of fun. We've already done the European division, and now we'll be here with North America, of course. My name is Henry G, joined, as always, by the lovely, the wonderful James Bardolph and DDK. Chaps, North American Counter-Strike. A bit more action today. We're going to see 4 maps instead of 2 that we had in European. Are we excited? It's Cloud9 day today.
I just leveled up again.
Did you? Nice.
I've undone the damage
that
we did yesterday.
That was a rough ride.
That's good because we're going to go again tomorrow night.
No, I'm not playing with you ever again.
Ever again?
And, well, I mean, despite the fact his computer was crashing half the time.
That was a massive problem. We got too excited when we got there. We didn't do any warm-up. No one did their settings. Just jumped straight in game.
He didn't have a crouch button.
He didn't have a crouch button.
We were playing.
So I hadn't played on my mouse.
Have a crouch button.
No one had played on all the settings were wrong. No configs were installed. But we still had fun, I thought, even though it was a disaster. I still enjoyed myself. Daniel, if they want to get involved in the conversation here, how would you do it? What would you have to do?
At ECS on Twitter, hashtag ECS6 for Season 6 of ECS to get involved in any of the discussions, or if you have any questions you want to shoot our way. And also, you can also go to csgoleague.com to get all the information about ECS, the schedules, the rankings, if you're ever curious, as well as more information like tickets for our finals.
Yes, indeed. So, James, they went on their website. Maybe they could find out some information about our finals, which are coming up in about just over a month, like towards the end of November.
Yes.
We've got a lot of activity. Where's it happening?
It's happening in Arlington, Texas at the Esports Stadium. It's a brand new building. This will be the first event in that building. It's so new, it's CGI there in the lower third. It's going to be very fun indeed. Always good in Texas, lots of beef in Texas. Yep. I want to go and find the Cowboys, because not the Dallas Cowboys, just Cowboys in general, because we used to go to the QuakeCons and there's like some place where they all hang out with hats and stuff, and I just want to see them and, you know, see what they do.
I'm sure we can make that happen. We can get some features made with you guys as cowboys. I'd like to see you in a full cowboy outfit, especially. I think that look quite nice. Yeah, like a contemporary cowboy.
I think I'd have to work for Dan. I don't know if I want to be a cowboy myself, but when they do those rodeos in Vegas, there's loads of cowboy dudes with their, cowgirl girlfriends hanging out.
Cowgirls. Let's have a look at the teams that are in the North American division and have a look at who will be playing potentially today. Like we said, it is a bit of a Cloud9 affair today. We'll get into that later. Rogue fighting back from losing their in-game lead Acadian. Team Liquid, the favourites, absolutely. Luminosity's in a lot of them. Lots of games played, not many wins. NRG yet to play in the league. We're hoping to set the league on fire, really. They're one of the favourites. And United, underdogs that are proving their worth. Renegades, haven't seen much from them yet. Got a new roster as well. Complexity, currently over in Ukraine, I believe. So we won't be seeing anything from them anytime soon. Azio, a team that's turned a lot of heads, especially ours. Some great players in there. And MIBR qualified, of course, now left the SK organization to come back through with the new squad. Ooh. It is going to be, like I said, Cloud9 day today. Rogue versus Cloud9 to kick things off on Inferno and Mirage, and then Team Liquid as well. Some tough games of Cloud9, but they've got to be the favorites down in that first matchup, surely.
Yeah, yes, it should be a really close one, I think. You know, Cloud9, we've seen them have some good times recently. It does seem like things have slotted together pretty well, but I feel like Rogue is going to be a nice test. A team that can definitely beat them if they're not on their game, so that should be a really exciting one to kick things off. And well, Liquid's a bit of a different task entirely.
Maybe we should leave the Liquid conversation for later, because Cloud9 had their first convincing victory in the ECS Season 6 League a couple of days ago against E United. They got the 2-0. You might think that would be a guaranteed victory for Cloud9, but they actually were very thankful that they were all tweeting afterwards saying, thank God we finally got a 2-0. Things are starting to look at least somewhat positive for us. Sure, not the biggest victory, but still a significant one. With new rosters coming in, it's a new project, a new experiment, with 3 North American players and 2 Swedes coming in. We kind of felt like it will be the end of some of these players. Like, I felt like this organization is got so much prestige behind it, so many huge names, but this team doesn't really make sense to me. But finally, it looked like that was promising.
The start of something.
The start of something.
Yeah.
What will it be, though?
Yeah, and we look at Rogue. There's been some controversy. Allegedly, they, you know, in practice, got the Go TV going on.
I forgot to mention that. That's. Do you want to just explain what happened there?
Yeah. So in practices, basically, you don't have a Go TV on, because otherwise you can just snipe people's strats, see where they're playing with what timing and so on. And still, some people do counter strat opponents by having. It's something like r_draw other models 2, which puts a wireframe on. So in your own demo, you can see everybody, wherever you're looking, you can see wireframe, so you can just look around like that and just do erratic
everything
stuff
that the game is processing from your client, you get to see. So if you have SV cheats on while watching your demo back, you can see all the opposition they're setting up and their defaults and stuff like that. That was a thing in Source. The thing is, what they're claiming that Rogue have been doing is you can put a sneaky Go TV on the server and it doesn't show up anywhere on the scoreboard or anything like that until you type status in towards the console, and it'll say Go TV is currently recording. You take that recording, of course, after you've played them in a practice game, and you get everything. You don't just get your POV, you get everything they do, every set piece, every execution they're going for, their tendencies, and it's considered a really shady thing to do. I think it was Liquid that called them out for it, right?
The Liege, yeah.
So that's actually really embarrassing that's happened. The players like Hiko as well, who are Counter-Strike veterans and legends, to be caught doing that, it's quite an embarrassing subject. They haven't really commented on the matter. They're kind of just hoping it will slip under the rug.
Give it a few days and then just emerge again. So
yeah, they haven't responded
awkward.
publicly at all, have they? There's nothing, which is obviously
there were
an
comments
admission of guilt, I would say.
There were comments that practice was getting worse in North America because people are on the road so much, so there's less to practice against. So now you've got to deal with that kind of thing as well. It's not fantastic, but yeah, let's see. Maybe they can use those strats in the first game if they
newly found
from
strats.
that.
Indeed. Well, let's talk about Cloud9 then. Let's work out where these roles sit, whether we think this team makes sense. Skadoodle is no longer the main AWPer. We've watched him like 4 times now in this league, and he has not been AWPing at all. It's been automatic. I've been very impressed with him individually. Great mechanically gifted player who is needing some sort of resurgence to rekindle his passion for the game. Are you happy with what he's provided so far? Absolutely.
He's proven to be an explosive sniper. So again, it's just a pure styles. I think Skadoodle's happy to be further back holding an angle or something. But when you need to be in the midst of things, when you need to get one frag and then just be a presence and know when to pop out and get another frag, use the distraction from your teammates. If he's just not down with that, then automatic. He's been lighting up the scoreboard doing that. So far so good.
Dan, in terms of an emotional state for Skadoodle, everyone knows he is emotionally invested into the game and sometimes feels the pressure a little bit too much, and maybe the AWP role for him is too much pressure on his shoulders. Do you feel like you'll get the more out of him now because he can be out of the spotlight and just be a support rifler?
Yeah, I think it's always really cool when you change a role or you change your look or an approach to the game. I think for Skadoodle, he can actually learn a lot more about Counter-Strike, which I think is being experienced by automatic. You get a different perspective in how you're playing within the team, and that gives you so much more to learn. That sort of, I think, triggers more appreciation and invests you further into what you're doing, and can be more exciting because then as Skadoodle gets comfortable with that and automatic gets even more comfortable on the AWP later on, I feel like Skadoodle will be much more confident knowing that he has a good fallback thing, that he can pick up an AWP as a secondary AWPer or some maps, maybe like with Oscar and Chris J on Mouse Sports as we saw them earlier. Maybe Skadoodle will be like, hey, on Dust 2 or on this map, I'm really sick, I'm super confident, and he'll have the confidence to go and do that. So I think it's whatever he has to do to keep himself in the game, keep himself learning, and keep himself motivated. And that's perfect. Everyone's different, and so I like that this has happened.
Moving on to Rogue, they have a new in-game leader in the form of Crystal. He is a veteran of the game. He's been playing just as long as I have. He is a Source player as well. Always been an in-game leader, always been very skilled with the AWP, but seems to be taking more of a rifle role here and in-game leading, presumably. They've actually looked pretty decent overall. I didn't think that slot in would work. It's another European player coming over to the NA side. They seem to want to focus on an international squad for Rogue. I think he is actually doing a very good job there, and maybe they could give us a very good game today. What do you think about Rogue in general?
I think the matchup for where both teams are at the moment may give us a good game for sure.
They're both in very similar states, aren't they?
Yeah,
both in flux right now.
Cloud9 finally have some structure, but as far as Cloud9, I'm looking more to see how Skadoodle does now. But with Rogue, again, at least they were up and coming and they were developing and looking pretty good when they were playing with Cadian before. So if he can come in and keep that structure and add to it or change things slowly, then that's fantastic. They're not losing like 2 players at once or something, so doesn't have to rip the heart out of the team. And he can still keep that European flair in there, so it can entirely just be a continuous path for them.
A bit of European flair. Do you have any kind of understanding of why they don't want to get a North American player in there, Dan? They're kind of focused on just getting the Europeans in?
Yeah, I have no idea to be honest about that. I think it's always good to bring in.
I think it's the main question.
Yeah,
I think it's always I think it's definitely good to bring in people from other regions as well, especially they have good English and so on, just because there's a lot more, of additional insight that can just jump the continents with them. But also I've been impressed by Crystal's rifling actually, and how well he can actually anchor positions by himself or be actually kind of clutch and just getting multi kills, and that like him and Sick both have that in common, and that's been quite interesting to watch so far. It gives them a lot of firepower. I didn't expect them to have so much.
Sick coming from the same school of Counter-Strike as Twists has done.
Yeah.
He played in the TSM roster with him. He was heralded as another young gun, could be a superstar in the future. I feel like he's quite inconsistent these days, especially in the games we've seen recently. He has like one amazing map, then he'll be completely missing for the next one. I hope he can realize his true potential, because when he gets going, it's amazing. And he's a huge asset for Rogue. I guess we should talk about Hiko for a little bit as well, a friend of FACEIT at some point.
Yeah.
His career has wilted somewhat, hasn't it? He was one of the biggest names in Counter-Strike for so long, and only just got back into relevancy a little bit with this Rogue team. They got to the major in London. They got a couple of wins under their belt, but didn't actually get out of the new challenger stage. Do we feel like Hiko still has something to prove in Counter-Strike, or is at this point just trying to stay relevant?
That's a good question, actually. I think at this point, when you have almost been shunned from the top teams in your region, I think you do have something to prove. It's like he's in a similar position to Cadian, but later on in his career,
Yes.
where Cadian was exiled from his scene, and now he's just being picked up by maybe the highest paying team in the region, if you think about it. So I think Hiko absolutely does. I'm sure he would like to see his path end up back on a top team once again. But time will tell, I suppose.
It's such a shame, isn't it? Like, it's so weird that we haven't really talked about Hiko for like 2 years now, like maybe even more than that.
A bloody long time, right?
Yeah, and he was such a household name within the game. Like, every time he was on the server, especially in the Liquid days when there was the big games coming through, and they're actually getting to serious, impressive performances towards the end of the majors. We thought there might be a chance that he could continue that legacy, but definitely dropped off now. Daniel, I know this is a section that we did officially remove. We're going to bring it back for today. For the first match, I believe, is going to be
ramen.
No, we're not going to bring the ramen in. We're going to bring the predictions in for now. So against Rogue, Cloud9 for me have got to be the favourites, right? They've got to be. Like, there's no other way around it. Rogue can definitely give them a good game, but I feel like Cloud9 should be taking this. I'll be looking for the 2-0 today. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm going Cloud9 as well.
Yeah? Do you want to break it down? We need to fill some time there, so.
Do you know what the maps are, Henry?
We did.
Inferno. And then I think it's Inferno Cache, Inferno Mirage, or Inferno Mirage, Inferno Cache. I think it's Inferno Mirage. I could be wrong, but it's definitely Inferno to start.
It's definitely Inferno. Let's focus on Inferno, right? We've seen both teams play that map so far. We definitely saw Cloud9 play it the other day. It was actually impressive. They actually looked like they had a great understanding of the T side. The whole unit was working. Automatic was gunning them down on the CT side with the AWP. Rogue, we definitely need to see a bit more from them. We could see their CT sides are very good. Their T sides are obviously lacking with the new in-game leader coming in. They were focusing mainly on defaults, and that's fine for a map like Inferno. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. So I guess we'll see which way it goes. I'm going to say Cloud9. For me, it's going to be a convincing victory. I see a landslide result coming in, especially if Flusher can turn up. He's starting to look a bit more comfortable. But the highest performing player of all time at majors, surely he's going to be able to devour the players.
A quick point about him on Inferno as well is what I noticed is that he's actually playing the old roles or on the T side that he used to play when Fnatic was super dominant, which is quite fun to see. Just being the commander of Banana, basically. And
he loves that, doesn't he? On the T side especially. He loves to like just get that Banana control. And he's been doing that for Fnatic the last year or so. Now he's doing it in Cloud9. He's got a very good system. He knows how to negate all the utility and know when he can be pushed and be aggressive. And most of the time he'll survive. You want to get the frag, but he'll get the control and push them back. So that's always a very good player to have in your team to be able to push that in your direction. Either way, I think the game is about to go live, ladies and gentlemen.
What about James?
He doesn't do predictions.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, on rare occasion I do, but here I still need to see more from Cloud9 as a developing team. I don't know if they're strong enough yet to say that they, this should be a solid 2-0 for them. But I would love to see a solid Cloud9 for sure. So we'll see if they can get a solid 2-0. This has been common. 2 CTs in the boiler position on the Inferno pistol. I think we saw this from MIBR as well. But yeah, Cloud9 not the only team to do this, and it does tend to be successful in most cases.
It's that fast Banana control from Rogue, and no easy frags given up. Oftentimes you can catch a CT peeking top mid or maybe Banana, and you get a free kill. But not in this case. It's automatic to get the kill for Cloud9 to start things off, and that's going to be the push now towards the B-bomb site. Golden will take a lot of damage, but he will survive and go to construction. The bomb's going back towards A.
Indeed it is, Dan. Indeed it is. For now, Rogue That's been a very tricky spot. 5 versus 3, automatic, continuing to funnel them towards the B side. There's only one player here, to be fair. That's going to be Golden on low HP. They've made a bit of a fumble here. That's almost going to guarantee a plant. Golden might be able to go for a wall bang here. I don't think it's going to work with the USP. Plant will come through. And it's going to be a Cloud9 round, but they could have made this a little bit more punishing. The fact they get the bomb down is a victory in itself, as Hiko now trying to make things work here, but he'll maybe get one frag, nothing at all. Clean sweep for Cloud9, but the bomb does get planted. So that's going to be very promising for Cloud9 as everyone gathers around. Nice little cuddle before the next round begins. You like to see that. Team bonding.
We could have used some of that last night, Henry.
A cuddle?
Yeah, probably would have helped.
I'm not sure it would have helped our play, to be honest. But it maybe team morale, perhaps. Have a cry and a hug after each game with 16-1 or whatever. Anyway, the retake begins, and Flusher getting it done with the P2000. Glocks only. Remember, the bomb planted in the pistol means the AK is coming in third, which is quicker than usual, because you get the extra money from the plants.
Sick managed to pick up. Oh no, we got 2 P250s now. So we'll try to get something done. A kill's worth about -4 to 5,000. Again, this time it's Automatic's turn to be P2000 only in this round. I feel like the lean towards this, as there's a reasonable chance that one player maybe gets lost, so that weapon can be collected then. It's great over the long term. One gone. Crystal with a smoke and a flash. Which makes me think balcony burst, but he can't do the same strat every time. And this strat this time will not work in any sense or form whatsoever. Plenty of utility even save for Cloud9 at that point. And off we go.
We're off. Indeed. 2-0. And now the AKs will be brought out. Ricky, Sick, Vice, Crystal and Hiko will make up the Rogue squad. Difficult few months for them, but Ricky back in the roster now. Keen sniper. Back in the AWPing position. It will be rushed to snake towards second level. That looks successful as well. There's some damage towards Hiko, but Ricky does a bit more. He takes down automatic. Nice opening kill for him. And it's a 5-on-4 early stages in the round. So CT's now trying to adjust, reposition, work out how they can get a frag back in their favor. And this is the response. So get some banana control here. Smoking towards the T-steps. Player boosted on half wall, and they might leave him there and boost the A defense. We'll see what happens.
Ricky is actually a perfect example of what you would like to see Skadoodle be. If you look at the previous rosters of that Ricky's been on, let's say, where he hasn't been the primary sniper and had to go to the rifle, you'd love to see Skadoodle be that effective for Cloud9. Ricky is quite the capable rifler. Rogue with a take of banana now. 1 minute mark. And again, just establishing control. May leave a lurker here. And then a focus towards A, because Flusher, top mid with the AWP picked up, has a lot of information for his side. He will need to be forced back.
Certainly.
Yeah, it was cool to see as well, you know, Chris J's transformation from the main sniper into a rifler, an in-game leader. Perhaps Skadoodle can do the same to the same efficacy as far as rifling is concerned. But speaking of which, for Hiko, it's not going to go too well in this round, as Rogue will go down to 4 players. And you have one position around Arch, that's something. And there's only this crossfire between Sight and Pits here for Cloud9. It gets very awkward here for Rush and Flusher. Let's see if they can do it. It's a good start, but Flusher will go down. Rush alone now on the Pits. Can he anchor this? It's looking very difficult. 2 players left stuck on the bomb site for Rogue as the rotation from Cloud9 comes in from B.
Vice with the AWP low, and he has to juggle between the Galil and the AWP. 3 players coming in now. Feels like Cloud9 might have done enough. This kill might decide it all, though. Ricky will pull one back, but it's quickly stolen away from them. It will be 3-0, and that's a fantastic round for Cloud9 to win. Comfortable defusal, picked up the AWP, an AK-47. With the bomb planted, Rogue might be tempted to force buy into the next round, but I doubt it. They got a nice healthy buy if they take a partial here. But that was a great play from Rush. The fact he stayed alive in the pit so long, and ran the timer down so low. It removed one of the players from the situation when he goes to the commitment with the spray. He stays alive, waits for his teammates to come along. Bomb planted, sure, but there's nothing they can really do with this round. CZs and a bit of utility. It's always dangerous, but statistically speaking, Cloud9 should be taking this one as the incendiaries are deployed towards T-Steps and Banana. You can see in the top left all the flames engulfing that area. There's no rush there today, boys, as Skidoodle looks to reclaim the territory. He gets flashed by his own team, so doesn't fully commit to the peak here. And will be the terrorist now actually having an advantage as Skidoodle misses the shot. And Golden could be in trouble too. That's not the best hold. Hasn't gone well. Too aggressive up against those pistols. And
is that safe territory already?
Maybe not quite, because they've got to play in the ruins. I'll see what Rush can do.
All the grenades here for Rogue. The ironic thing is that Cloud9 may get a lot deeper because obviously they don't know how many grenades they have. With that extra player lost. Now that smoke actually gives the Rush the option to leave at this point. 2 versus 5. He wants to cross before that smoke goes. Unless he just wants to take some weapons away. At this point, maybe he feels there's more value in taking some of the rifles out of Rogue's hand because it does give them a lot of bonus money. 3 and 4 A4s. Or is he just going for a ninja defuse? He's got a defuse kit. If he expects that they have no Kevlar, they'll run earlier because they want to save their weapons. Although 2 players are waiting for him. So I respect the attempt, but it won't quite work out for him. I'm guessing he's assuming it's a mixed bag of Kevlar. I don't know. Ninja defuse attempted. Didn't work out.
No, it's always going to be a pretty ambitious idea. Usually won't work. You see it once every few months, a successful ninja at top level play. And there are some iconic ones out there on this map, but not today. We'll see Cloud9 purchase back into the round. It's the first for Rogue. 4 maps of Cloud9 today, boys. We'll be able to dissect them and analyze their activity. It's automatic. There's a decent gap in the smoke here. He uses that to extinguish the Molotov initially, and now hoping he can find the first pick.
So trying to work on that banana control again, Rogue. Smoke has dropped. Automatic's out with the AWP, and he's... Ooh, we missed that one. The jump will be a successful dodge. Automatic posting up again, another angle. And that's the thing, you know, you're forced to throw more grenades to get rid of him. So that's pretty effective. You know, there's less grenades to be used later. That's actually no Molotovs. Oh, only 1 Molotov left now for Rogue. If they are to go for this B set piece, which looks likely, and for on the Cloud9 side of things, there are 2 players, 3 in total, close to this B bomb site now. In comes the push, and the counter grenades are working out quite well here for Cloud9, but they have to get the kills as well.
Crystal isolated in the pool position. Again, as always, good to see AZ putting a Molotov in that position, because it is quite strong for the T's. Sometimes you don't have that Molotov. Flusher does, but out of position. And it does go into the pool, ironically. Gets a kill as well.
Wow.
But what more can they really do while smoked off? How much do you want to invest? Not much, as Cloud9 start to move away from the B-bomb site. 4 on 3, and it seems that momentum will be with Rogue for now. Everybody on the scoreboard for both teams.
Actually, 3 players on the right side of the scope. They peek all at once. Yes! Oh, that's so gutting, isn't it? Looks so close to the kill there.
So close, yet so far. Flash out will go down. 2 players survive once again for Cloud9. It's the awful automatic. And Rush with the M4A4. They cannot really justify the force buy here. We'll see what they decide to do. It will be Crystal, as mentioned. Coming to this squad is the new in-game leader. He's a German player. Brought him to a North American roster. His headshots are delivered. It's sick to get the final kill there. And indeed, no force buy comes through. Rogue looking likely to tie things up here. But you never know. All it takes is a couple of AWP shots and a snowball can turn into an avalanche very quickly. Rush will be taken down first, and there's both weapons removed, chaps. So,
never mind.
Yep.
Well, Flux collected the AWP for the time being. HE may have moved the defuse kit away. That was good to smoke. I'm not actually sure the impacts HE has. I think the defuse kits are pretty heavy. They don't fly like the guns do, for sure. And now Flusher will try to hold on to AWP, I presume. If you think of the like the weight of the weapons and how they fly with HE grenades,
Wasn't it
even shooting them
Wasn't it the bug where like if a defuse kit was like next to the bomb, it's like it would like interrupt the diffusers and stuff?
Yeah, that's right. If it was the defuse kit was on top of the bomb for the longest time, you'd defuse, and then there'd be a chance it'll knock you off the defuse.
And you couldn't move it.
No, you can't move unless you could pick it up as a CT.
You can shoot a defuse kit, I believe, and you can move it, but it doesn't move a lot.
Yeah, but obviously there's a high pressure moment. It's like defusing the bomb. You haven't really got time to mess around with that.
It's like shooting a brick in comparison to the guns, which are like shooting ping pongs almost.
So they removed that. That was like 2016. They removed that bug.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Fortunate enough not to have experienced that.
I miss it.
I've casted plenty of times. It's happened.
There was a period of time where Cloud9 would plant on that side of the bomb site and then stand on Arch and die repeatedly. It was really weird. You couldn't tell the distance where the bomb was planted.
Inferno is a weird one. Like the fact you can be like 10 meters away from the bomb in the pit in this map, and like in Cache, for example, you can be on the other side of the map and still die. It doesn't really make any sense, but maybe they use a less potent mixture of C4 on this map, I'm not sure. Just trying to go for a bit of cosmetic damage instead. As we'll see Crystal go for the first frag, this time challenged by Golden. They've got a bit more presence there, this time with 3 players on the CT side, ready to duke it out. It's Flash that gets wrecked in the process, down to 3 HP. He's still alive and kicking, just be playing for a one and done now. As he falls back, wants to give the AWP towards Flasher. That's automatic, so allow him to just go for some single kills and stay alive at long range.
That's actually another awesome part of the lineup. You know, you can actually get 3 players on the AWP. Flusher is actually quite capable with an AWP as well. Set piece onto B once again. We have Skadoodle and Golden sitting there. Golden has a smoke. Well, he tossed it in time. Oh, looks like he very well will. That is perfect timing, in fact.
Yeah, that's really nice.
There's a gap, however, and they may creep through it.
On the left-hand side, indeed.
Got to know you'll have to deploy the smoke properly, otherwise maybe this doesn't happen, but 2 kills. It's given his team a good opportunity to take this round with a man advantage. However, Ricky has angles. Cloud9 do have flashbangs, though. Can get some jump throws on the go, but maybe Ricky gets a frag for free here. Flusher not shy to peek. Oh, the timing. That's the advantage of having a man advantage. Hiko got to be careful. Almost got shot in the head there. CTs continue to close the distance. Automatic taking out first, and now things turn around. I think Rush was heard trying to create space with the smoke grenade. Has he created enough? Apparently not. Down he goes. Another round in the bag for Rogue.
Absolutely so, James. Rogue pull it back after losing the first pick as well. It all falls apart in 3 versus 2. He thought Skadoodle might have done enough work here, but he was getting absolutely destroyed by the flashbangs. The one top beneath him couldn't really jump off. As Ricky and Hiko take full control of the situation. It was Ricky for the smoke as a last-minute desperate attempt to defuse. When the smoke was down there, it didn't quite happen. It's an eco for Cloud9 at this point. We will see Rogue looking very comfortable financially after this round. You can see it's not really significant for Cloud9. Got a bit of utility, well actually no utility, a bit of armor and some upgraded pistols as Golden tries to fend them off. Might be good for 1 kill here as his teammate Skadoodle will get 1. How is he still alive? It's Vice that will go down. Crystal to begin with, but there's so much action going on, it's difficult to keep up. It's a 3-on-3, Skadoodle low, and Automatic now with the PG-50 might be able to get a single kill here. It's a drive-by and he gets out of there.
Almost a second. And that's key timing, might save Cloud9 in this round. It's a possibility at least. There's a lot of time here for Rogue to play with though, to sort things out. And they're going to choose to walk apps. Interesting stuff. 2 players on that A bomb site. Automatic with that P250. Can't do it again. That's down to Flusher. He is the strongest player of the 2. He's got a deagle. Do you fancy his chances?
We'll see. It's certainly worth investigating. There we go. Flusher will go down. Hiko just spams it through the box, and without armor, he just gets absolutely destroyed. As we heard his head puncture And the bomb will be planted. Skadoodle, 12 HP, 3 kills for Hiko. That looks like that's round completely done. As he'll salvage a deagle on the other side and an AK. That's more beneficial.
Scrap metal.
Smoke and a flash as well, indeed.
Did you see in the news that the roof of a lead roof of a church was stolen in its entirety?
Not the first time I've heard of something like that. Yeah. How much money can a lead roof really be worth?
That's why we would have. That's the reason for a lot of the internet issues in the UK would be people stealing copper.
Sure.
Would cause outages. Although in the US, a lot of internet outages are caused because of squirrels.
What, eating the cables?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Eating the cables and dying, getting electrocuted.
Short-circuiting everything.
They're actually, I think it's a good like 20–30% of the issues with internet cables and power outages. Power outages in the US is because of squirrels.
We were having power outages a few nights ago. 3 power cuts in one evening. Pretty fun. Just a Mario Party came out, just trying to play some games, and had all these power cuts. Wasn't ideal. But it will be now round number 9, ladies and gents, with the AWPs out on both sides. Both of them looking a little bit stronger in terms of the cash. We've been talking about the banana control being significant. It's Vice, who's brave at the beginning. He'll go down to 3 HP. Can he avoid death here? There's so many flames and grenades being thrown in his direction. Ricky will be dropped. That's Rush pulling a frag back towards middle, but a 4-on-4 with a slight advantage towards Cloud9 considering the HP.
Easy position for Rush, surely, but the flash was absolutely spot on. And Rush can't adjust in time down to automatic. I think just before taking the shot, that will make it impossible for him to connect anything at all. And it's a 3v3 retake onto the A-bomb side. I'm not sure about this one for Cloud9. We'll have to see if they can get something here. I don't think their money is all that amazing. No. I mean, they have max loss bonus, but they will be eco next round unless they can save a couple guns. If they save a couple guns, they can definitely full buy next round, which maybe now they should try to just go for the save.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap right there. Would have been nice for automatic if he could have held that angle, because he would have had a inkling that no one was to the left of his scope, which helps his team on the retake. If you don't have to clear that back wall while you're coming up short, for example, or fear it. But such is life. He got dinged through the wall, had to concede his position. Position being so important in Counter-Strike. So, since we've had the pistol round, essentially it is 6-0 for Rogue. To give you an idea of how this game is going.
Indeed,
it's all Rogue.
Absolutely. So, they actually lost out on the 3rd round force fire, if you remember. It was in the CZs and Armor that got them into the game, which should have been the first gun round. They win that, and then it's a whitewash. They have looked, and the bomb's gone off every single time. So, been convincing rounds at that. So, you see Golden with the AWP this time. Not known to be an AWP traditionally. Let's see what he can do. Nades deployed. Not much damage inflicted, though. They're smoking in front of the bomb site here. So, what have they got planned? Oh, it's not great for Golden. Wasted incendiary.
I still can't get used to the fact that, okay, sure, Golden had the spawn for the first timing, but I can't get used to, you know, 2 players on the site, one of which is Skadoodle and Skadoodle does not.
That is a bit much, isn't it?
It feels strange, yeah.
That seems like unnecessary, almost.
It'll take quite a while for me to get used to that.
I think in the short term, there's an argument for it to be necessary just to make it easier to get used to his new role by purely focusing on it.
Yeah.
But in the long term, once there is comfort there, maybe we'll see him be more dynamic like Chris J.
That's what you want, though. You want someone like exactly what happened to Chris J. When you have the double AWPs out, he'll use it. But the pressure isn't on him to be the superstar AWPer anymore. He'll just do the more conservative roles. This, I completely agree with Dan. Surely this can't make sense. Golden would probably be okay with the AWP. Probably get a couple of kills with it if required, but Skadoodle can win rounds by himself, even in 1-on-5s with the AWP. You know, that's absolutely absurd to think it's Golden who's got the AWP instead of him. But either way, here we go. The commitment comes in. Skadoodle with the rifle goes to the double spray down. That works out very nicely. Good for 3 as he lights them up here. Automatic rotating in. And this is the first gun round that Cloud9 are going to pick up. But it looks at things, it's convincing as well. Skadoodle rising to the occasion here with his new role with the M4A4. 3 kills, good utility usage. They were blind. As you can see them taking all the aggro away towards spawn. Skadoodle managing to mow them down from first oranges. 6-4. Need to avoid the resets. You can see 2 of them fully invested into the round. That's going to be Golden and Skadoodle. The rest of them could buy off a defeat. And they'll see whether they actually save any weapons first. That's what's going to decide it. And Golden this time pushing down all the way towards the underpass. That's the bomb. Oh my goodness, this is brilliant from him. That's enough damage inflicted. Completely sabotaged their attempt at the beginning default.
And automatic, I think he had a shot, but I'm not sure if he whiffed it or what happened. But yeah, that bomb just sitting there in the middle has been spotted. CDs know it's there. They're starting to move around. And holding passively towards that top mid position, the smoke off. Forcing Rogue to work the extremities here. Palmer is one of those. Maybe Sick can get an opening for his team. The smoke there to play around. Create distraction to keep someone occupied. What has in the meantime been collected. And they're waiting out that smoke top mid, but of course, automatic lies in wait as well. He'll spot them coming through. Rotation from Cloud9 will assist towards the EA bomb site now. Cloud9 with so many advantages.
One of many off angles we've seen in this area in the last 24 hours,
yeah.
I would say. Really enjoying all the different ones, and the T's keep doing well despite all those potential angles. 2 versus 3, that would have been a big second frag for Sick, but as you can see, there is a repositioning all the way to the site, just about making it there in time. Speaking of time, 25 seconds now for Crystal alone in a 1 versus 3. He knows there are 2 players on the site. How on earth can he not get trade frags here? I don't see how he continues to go forward. Unless he wants the lost bonus instead, so the money's together. That might be it. Don't necessarily need the AWP on the T side of Inferno.
Indeed. Golden, great push by him. What a start to the round that was. 2 quick frags, the bomb's down. Anything they had in mind in terms of a strategy completely shut down. There we go. It will be 6-5. Cloud9 still chasing Rogue here as they get another buy together. The AWP still in the hands of Ricky. Haven't heard much from him recently. See if he can start getting on the scoreboard in an efficient manner. His automatic, though, focusing towards second middle. So he's played them across, and there he is. Called him out, and he will appear. Ricky will find the first frag and take down his rival AWPer.
Yeah, Scope must have given his position away there. A lot safer with an M4A4, though not necessarily safe. Focus from Rogue towards B. 4 of their players on Banana, biding their time, lining things up. So they have a 4-on-2, maybe a 5-on-2, it seems. Numbers game being absolutely abused. Cloud9 playing close to mid, but they won't have the information in time.
Big kill, Golden. Only gets 1. Oh dear.
That's
Cloud9.
Be it, because they can't really do much of this. They have got a smoke. The flash is so far removed from the situation, boosted up above the smoke there. AWP couldn't quite connect, but still didn't take any damage, so no harm, no foul. Bomb planted, and Flush Up will be waiting for his teammate Rush to join him. I don't think they can...
If they save, they can get by guns next round.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the call. There's a fresh smoke on spawn as well. Is it even worth it? It's like coming to the over halfway point.
Oh dear.
Rush knows. He gets it. They just re-smoked coffins as well. This is a bit of a nightmare.
Is there a spot that he can stand that he can survive this bomb blast? Is there a way you can live? He's got 100. Oh wow! Ooh. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Okay, well there you go. He had 100, so it actually works out.
I wonder though. We've seen plants deeper to the pool area. If that bomb was slightly elevated, he might die there. So I don't know that you can rely on that to always be the case. That you'll live with 6 HP.
Yeah, that's. And also, I think Rush found an AWP whilst that was going on. So this buy looks a lot more respectable than otherwise it could have done. So that's really, really important. Good job by Cloud9 to achieve that. And they'll have one last good attempt here at stopping the Rogue from stealing the momentum and really having a crushing score into this first half.
I did a video of how close T's can survive to a bomb being planted in certain locations, but useful places as opposed to just you can be X centimeters away. Anyway, we've got Rogue charging towards the bomb site again, abusing the numbers, but Cloud9 are abusing their grenades, delaying Rogue, keeping them in these choke points. Flusher up, trying to avoid the flames. Can't stay there for too long, especially now Russia's gone. He might get pre-fired. He's got players towards Arch to try and help him out, but around double stack goes Sick. Trades from Golden, more from Skadoodle. Now it's Rikke versus 3 all around the Arch area, and that bomb is very far away indeed. I think you may see the barrel of the gun there of Skadoodle. Oh, he'll hunt for him. Hello. Being teased. Just a tip. Needs to find the body. Oh, went for the pre-fire, but no. That was a fast round from Rogue, but round number 6 for Cloud9.
Round number 6. As we'll see, round 14 come through. Cloud9 managing to keep Rogue on a leash. They've got 7 rounds on the T side, though. That could be enough already. We'll see. It's going to be a close game. Cloud9 still getting used to their new roster. We'll see CZs and P250s, and I'm pretty sure this is a full investment. Is it money one more time?
Yep.
Is it full investment? There we go. Yes, it was. So they've gone all in with the lesser pistols, and they're getting absolutely destroyed with the flashbang incendiary combo. Skadoodle looks for a bit more here, maybe biting off more than he can chew, but he devours all of them absolutely perfectly. That's 3 kills for him in the round. His new rifle roll seems to be going well for him, especially this map. Rikke trying to answer back. He doesn't even get the frag. Skadoodle's now onto the ace. Not going to get it though. Rush will finish things off 7-7, and we go into the final round of the half.
Top fragger Skadonglers. By a fair margin, actually.
Absolutely.
A fair margin indeed. He's got the ruler out. Nice. Hope the man's happy. Nice lad. Major championship under their belt. They've got the star on the jerseys now.
Yep.
Which is, I'm glad to see that the teams are finally doing that. Rogue, another fast play, trying to make up for the shortcomings of this buy. The CZs are out of Mac 10 on Rikke. So far, so good. Golden trying to buy space for himself. Got to be careful from the pool position, though. Right, swinging so right. Long reload for him, but sometimes the ball forgot by Golden for his team. But it just keeps going so fast. They get the 1v1s, and now automatic is 1v3. Who is closer to the corner? I believe Hiko is, but that timing is absolutely brutal. Hiko doesn't punish, but Sick will. Instant trade for a 1-round lead at halftime.
1-round leads, and Rogue with 8 on the T side. Very good half for them. Sick at the very top, 13. Looks like he's having a strong day today. And it's Skadoodle, like you mentioned, at the top for Cloud9. So good to see him performing well with the rifles. Didn't pick up the orb once there. As we go into the second half, we'll look at the buy for the T side, see if we can work out where they'll be heading. We can normally get an educated guess, at least, as to which way they'll be inclined to go. Rush with the armor. The last-minute purchases there with the smokes and flashbangs. The fact they have 2 smokes means they can go to both bomb sites here. I would say it's more likely they go towards B, considering you want to see smoking off coils and indeed spawn. But they'll go for the default for now and see whether they can get a bit of control. Bomb's heading towards second middle right now. You can see Sick. A bit of a tight angle, but gets his head blown off. And he'll have to fall back.
Pistol rounds on Inferno always feel so scary because the way the choke points work, could always have a lot of players swing out, get in your face without much warning. And oh man, Vice and Hiko, they're going to be in for some trouble. All 5 Cloud9 players looking to burst onto the A site, and here they go. That's Hiko dead. That's Vice dead. Well, 5 versus 3 after plot.
Make it 2. What do the CTs choose to do? Yeah, they're going to save. Well, Sick will save his Kevlar of 9 HP. It's not every day you see a pistol round where only 1 T has taken any damage.
That's true. The fact that it's a very convincing round from Cloud9 suggests they can definitely bring this one back in their favor. Crystal holding in towards Ruins. Don't really have to hunt him here, just feeding him cash essentially. He's got the advantageous weapon and the positioning. They don't need to take him down, but that's $600 farmed for him, and he's removed significant cash with the armor of the T's as well. And doesn't want to push any further. Learning the lesson. It could have been 5 players surviving. Instead, it's 3. Crystal saved a smoke and a flashbang. Rush will have a bit of extra cash.
Rush will have to spend $1,000 as well. He didn't get far away enough from the bomb. So he did five. So he has 5 armor points taken away.
Yeah. So anyone doesn't know what we're referencing there. To upgrade your armor to a helmet for $350 instead of $1,000, it has to be healthy armor, which means it couldn't take any damage whatsoever. The bomb blast gives damage to it as well. If it's anything below 100, even 99, you pay the full cost of its damaged goods.
I think the Vice was, I don't know if he was complaining about that recently or raising questions about it. I like it.
It seems like it makes, what's the point of the number, to be honest? Like, it doesn't make any, why is it, what's 100 even mean? Like, it doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, but it's a game, isn't it? So
yeah. No, but I mean, that's in the game. What's the purpose of the serve, apart from it's either new or broken? That's it. Even if it's one armor, no one's ever going to get that far down. It doesn't have any, it doesn't degrade at all.
I think it's cool. Adds another layer to the onion.
I think you're missing what I'm saying. I understand.
Oh, okay.
It means like it doesn't have any relative meaning. 100 watts. It's either broken or not. If it's not 100, anything beneath it doesn't mean anything, right?
Yeah, I suppose it still functions, but if you want to upgrade, you know, you've got to take it to the shop polished.
Yeah.
Can't have any marks on it.
Yeah. I just feel like maybe the number should have more significant meaning. If it goes below 50, for example, it's less effective. So at least that number has something.
Well, there's a limit to how much you can lose in one round. So if your Kevlar's like below 40-ish or something, then you should buy new Kevlar, regardless. I think it's 40, like below 40. I think 40 is the most you can lose in one round. So there's some significance there.
Well, either way, it will be the armor available for the terrorists, not so much on the CT side. You see Ricky operating with none. This round will be very close towards the end, but Cloud9 might have secured it with that single frag. Flash out with the MAC-10 here, looking to close things out. Struggling a little bit there with the damage taken. But Hiko makes the wallbang work, but maybe not the round. He'll have to hold up and take the AK back to the shop, as not really much he can do at this time. 2 kills to his name. Made it expensive for Cloud9 at least, but they will be picking up the round.
I like the wallbang on second oranges.
That was cool, wasn't it?
Because you don't ever really see players just convincingly just be like, yeah, this is the spot from this angle. Headshot, headshot, headshot. He's dead. That was cool. Hiko's actually always been really good when it comes to wallbangs, historically. Always seen good ones, useful ones out of him. But anyway, that's a 9-8 scoreline, of course. 2 bomb detonations for Cloud9. Extra money if you win by detonation as opposed to elimination by $250, in fact, is the difference. So they'll be happy with that. Every little helps. And double MAC-10s, MP5, still running that anti-eco. But it's not entirely, well, it is an anti-eco, but there is some danger. Because Hiko has himself the AK that he saved. A flashbang as well.
Admiring the arches, the brickwork, the curvature, the engineering, the architecture,
the topography,
the weight balance, the support structure. Fine arch to stand under.
Finest of arches.
Hiko dodging the flames with the boost. Oh, Think as well with a USB. Actually, wow, that's impressive from Crystal to actually get.
Who threw that smoke that was on the roof?
I don't know. Would have been the T side, but still useless. They still should win the round Cloud9, but they have given away a flag at least. Vice defend with just the USP. Can't get the damage done. It's Ricky now holding solo on the A side with PT50. Hoping he can buy some time.
It's actually working so far. He's still in position. His teammates are making their way around. Eventually positions checked. You can see that Rush takes a really wide angle with his back against the graveyard wall to check the site, because it's going to be the most advantageous way to take those duels, as you get the most warning as soon as you spot somebody who's hiding. Sick with the MAC-10. Would be great to find an exit with this. They will be buying next rounds, so you can get some extra money for the exit as well as harming your opponent's economy. That should surely be the objective. Bonus points if you can save an AK out of it. That's the ultimate. The ultimate win. But he's going to get wrecked. Sad. Very sad, but it's fine. 10-8 for Cloud9, but for Rogue, they can finally buy. And Crystal straight on that orb, as is Ricky. Double orbs.
Double
straight away.
Orbs. Ricky and Hiko.
Oh, Is it spawn?
Have we ever known Hiko to use an orb? No.
He can use an orb actually. I've played with him a lot of times. He is actually he's a capable orber.
Sure. Maybe when he's playing matchmaking with you. I mean, like top level CS, you don't see him use it, right?
No, you don't. But he is capable of orb.
Sure.
Oh!
Okay.
Sick can use it.
Oh.
Sick can certainly use it. That's beautiful.
The alley-oop from Automatic.
I wonder if Automatic didn't register that he'd been tagged by the AWP actually.
Golden.
That's why he died. Golden, that is, yes, sorry. And that's why he burned. Perhaps he was flashed.
He may have been between two mollies.
Chaps, we've got a big CSGO up there. I've just been told. I'm going to go check it out. You guys cast.
You said big last time. It wasn't
all
so
right,
big.
I've just been told him.
It was just FBI.
A huge CSGO update. That's my first thing on Twitter when I go on it. I'm going to look at this very quickly.
Is that an Aurora
Borealis, James?
Borealis.
I'm going to look at this right now. Dan, not you. I'm doing it.
Let's all look at it.
You do the casting.
Let's have a silent round. We should have a silent round every so often. We should do a silent round. Not right now, though.
Whoa, this is huge. Adjusted the start of half economy with the goal of reducing the impact of a pistol round win on subsequent rounds.
Oh, Henry G just popped the you know what?
Oh, that is massive. Oh, that's
very big indeed. And now let's watch this push from Cloud9 behind the smoke. There will be an exchange of fire, and Rogue are out of position as Cloud9 look for round number 11. But they've got some smokes, they've got flashes, they've got a Molotov for New Box or wherever they want to deploy it. So there is a chance here for the retake from Rogue. Flusher holding an angle. Here's a big smoke grenade towards the banana position. Flusher finds himself on the floor now. Trying to play crossfire with Rush. So far so good. The body's on the floor and now Ricky has to save. Tell me more, Henry. Tell me more.
Okay, they've changed loads. CZ has been buffed. Tech9 has been buffed.
Oh my god.
Krieg has been reduced to
I'm leaving right now.
$2,700. Org has been reduced to $3,100. This is a huge order. A new map called Austria has been released in competitive matchmaking. This is big.
Canals has been removed.
Did you say?
Canals has been removed from competitive matchmaking.
Oh, James,
man.
That's your map.
Why did you do this to me?
Oh my god.
God damn it, because other plebs that want to play it, they've removed it. I will play it, leave it for me, damn it.
New map Sub-Zero has been added.
Oh, that's FM Pone's one.
Yeah. And they've changed it now, so in competitive matchmaking at least, you start now with second stage loss bonus, so if you lose a pistol, you get $1,900 instead of $1,400.
Okay, so everything's been made more competitive now.
Wow.
A whole new world.
We'll talk about that maybe after this map. We do need to focus on this one. But this could wreck our games today. It did last time. Hopefully it won't be the same case today. But we'll find out as flashbangs come through. It will be Crystal trying to defend as we'll have the 5-7. Cloud9 on the precipice of finding victory here with the broken money of Rogue, looking for round 12. Seems like Valve have been busy, boys. That's exciting.
It's an interesting fix.
It's a guaranteed round, that's why I'm kind of turning it back, because you can see there's an open B side, bomb's going to go down, they would have saved the orb. So,
the biggest thing is the pistol thing.
yeah, that is massive.
It reduces the variance of the end result.
No, dude, my Krieg is cheaper now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, $50 more than an AK, that's it. Same story with the
It's like
Org.
bloody Source, isn't it?
What do you mean?
With a dynamic...
Oh yes, that was a nightmare. That was the worst update ever put into any video game ever.
Dynamic pricing.
Dynamic pricing to an HE grenade.
$16,000.
yeah,
HE grenade was $16K.
I remember that.
And there was no way to change it for like a week. They didn't put the commands in. So we just wrecked in practice and stuff. They finally put it in and they never talked about it ever again. No one used it. And it was just an absolute nightmare. It's called the CSGO a weapons market or something they called it. I don't know. But I even asked them about that when we went to Valve to play CSGO for the first time in their offices. I asked them about it and they was like, yeah, it was just like an idea someone had. It works well for other games. We sold the system to someone else, but not for our game. So...
The Tech9 thing, maybe Oscar was onto or something.
We were talking yesterday about the Tech9. I was like, guys, why they could just buff it a little bit to make it relevant again.
Well, Oscar was using it today. He knew.
He might know. He might be onto something.
Ooh,
They've increased it at medium range, apparently. And it's got less inaccuracies.
I'm spamming it. Great. That's why I hate it. No skill gun. No skill gun. Anyway. Sick will be pressuring Banana here, not looking to give it up, and he takes a duel. Gets out of then. No damage taken actually. Player stuck at logs. Cool, Crystal can't catch him. Oh my god, how is Flusher still alive? What? How has he killed 2 people there? Multiple repeats coming in. And Flusher doesn't take a lick of damage until eventually he gets a double kill, then gets traded out. Unbelievable. Now here comes a quick push. Quick response from Cloud9, charging onto the A bomb site. Rush finds one, places it straight in Hiko's face. And now the 2v2 after plant. Absolute madness this round. Complete chaos. Very fast pace, high octane. Rikke will be stuck behind the smoke. Automatic will play straight inside of it. And another smoke thrown in front of it. Perhaps only gives more space for Automatic to lurk from. Rikke making so much noise. Just a matter of time, Automatic comes out. Takes down Rikke. And in tandem, loses his teammate. Smoke on the bomb to go for the pressure. He's going to go for the hold though. 1 second. Oh, Automatic's done it. What an incredible round.
Unbelievable.
That was amazing.
Even with that full defuse attempt, there's no way you can really hide. You have to be on top of the bomb. So Automatic is always going to come out on top there. Flusher opening things up with a couple of kills through the logs, both of them jumping down. Vice went for the retake. Decent attempt. You can see he just has to sit on that ledge and defuse, and Automatic comes in pre-fire there. And he was low HP anyway. One of those 30 bullets he could have sprayed takes him down. It will be 13-8. That was a bit of an eco from Rogue. He put it down for the 1 versus 1. Now they have a buy once again. And the incendiary war continues. The flames engulf the banana. And the nades are exchanged even more. No one coming out on top just yet. Good smoke with the CTs. Will they try and boost above the smoke here?
They will, but they're being waited for.
Wow.
Can't just do that for free. You can't just do that for free.
He didn't even just get in his head yet.
Yeah, he was like halfway through the jump.
Yeah.
The initial hot.
Wrecked, of course.
What is happening?
There goes another one.
Oh, they're going to rotate over at least. Vice will give it a go.
Oh my god, Cloud9 on this T side, they're turned into a bunch of savages. They've been drinking the magic potion.
Is that how you turn into a savage?
This is Asterix and Obelix reference.
Yeah, okay. Classic.
Bit of an old one.
Yeah. Tenuous references, but it's cool. I like it.
Getafix has been supplying them.
Well, they didn't capitalize on the 2 kills they got. They're now going to edge them very slowly, 1 by 1 by the looks of things. This could fall apart. Flusher. Oh. It's okay for now. They didn't give anything up. So that's okay. Vice, smoked out, will have to go towards the ruins.
30 seconds left, and it's not definite that the bomb is going towards B, but it will be a guessing game towards A, but only 1 player versus the 2 elsewhere. Rikke with a great channel, forced away now by the flame, the smoke towards Arch, but the bomb needs to go down. That's such a massive frag from Rush.
Yeah, that's round. He can like this now. As Flusher, perfectly played, sits in the well. His teammates get ready to go towards A. Even though Rikke got 1 kill, Flusher's presence there, the fact he can catch him on rotation, was always going to be too much. And here it is, gold in this round. Okay, you can see like he's just aware of the possibility of the boost and gets the kill. And he gets the second one as well, both through smoke, boys. That's got to be so gutting for Rogue, who can't even force into this round. It's going to be Cloud9 looking at match point, unless it all goes horribly wrong.
14-8, 6-round lead. Lots of grenades. Granates for Rogue. I like the double stack here. I like to do this and crouch with a deagle, because you're protected from a lot of grenades thrown out top mid and flashbangs as well. Ooh. And that's exactly what can happen. It's really nice. That's definitely a matchmaking strat. Pick it up. Second round, Deagle and Kevlar guaranteed now. Let's go.
The scary thing here is that like you kind of want an immediate response, but you kind of can't just run straight into the A site. You have no idea what's there. Did they stack 4 players in that towards that bomb site, or what's going on? You have no idea. This is working out perfectly here for Rogue. You can see why. Just playing the bait set up there towards Banana, punishing Cloud9 for going down to 3 players early. And as they all slowly wrap this A bomb sites, well, Rogue have a entire squadron about to bear down on them. And look at all the guns they're going to collect. It's 4 AKs. Oh my god.
I can't wait for the return of the Tech 9.
You are a pervert.
We were talking about that, what, yesterday?
Yes. So hyped for this. Is actually an eco victory, just an open Cloud9. Rogue, sorry, I should say. Managing to get it done and deny match point. So there we go. A chance for them here as Cloud9 give the round up. The 5-7 prevails for Hiko, and Vice with The AK-47 might want to challenge for a second middle. Not quite. Jumps across to get some intel. What a game. What a day. I'm excited, boys. We have a whole new world of Counter-Strike for us coming up after this map. We get to see the patch in action.
Let's get back on the servers, lads.
We're back. Well, it will be Cloud9. Still trying to close this one out. Decent buy here. I assume money will be removed if they give this round up. They still have one more buy. It's actually pretty decent still. So we'll see Cloud9 do their best here just to sabotage Rogue and give themselves a 6-round buffer to close things out.
6. Holding down the B area. He has plenty of support. Flush has got to be careful because right now he's the bomb rotation man.
Problem man.
Speaking of rotation, the CT's hearing little, head towards the A site. A preemptive rotation. Crystal starting to go back to B now, wondering what's going on while he stands on Speedway. 30 seconds remain for these 4 Cloud9 players. They've got 2 smokes and no flashes. And they're just, it's just meat, it's just bodies flying into the A site now. Hiko taking out is an important victory for them. They don't know the status of the pit at the moment, but they are spreading around the site. Vice looking good, so is Crystal. 10 rounds for Rogue.
10 rounds on the board, one more buy for Cloud9. Rogue on the CT side could definitely still pull this one back. Close it out before regulation. Need to break the money first. This round will do it. 2 in a row. That's the first 2 rounds Rogue have had in the second half. Arrived just in time with the Eco victory. Tricky DWP waiting for the flashbang to peek towards the underpass. Times it incorrectly. Takes it to the face and we'll have to pull back.
Straight on him.
Nice. And deep around the corner there. Means the AWP can't justify staying in the flames for any amount of time. Good way to keep a smoke and dispose of a Molotov and use the smokes, which are much more important than once the post plant's down. You can have the smoke down towards like library, for example, and not have to waste them towards the middle. That's fantastic, really.
3.5 players towards this A site for Rogue. Now, can Flusher pull players away? Crystal's only just smoked Banana, so that's probably a no. Focus will be on the A site. All 5 players here now for Cloud9. Plenty of grenades to deploy, including 2 Molotovs. And as things get quiet, Rogue starts to wonder, but Vice has got one for free, but only one. Sit can't get a transfer. Now it's down to Hiko to hold the sites.
Ricky can't go for the shot, but Hiko certainly can. Smokes down, he'll reposition the players towards the apartment. That Skadoodle gets him while blind, and it's a 2 versus 2. Bomb planted in not the most convincing position, but the AWP on the retake here. They have got 1 Molotov remaining. That's it on the T side. No utility for the CTs as Crystal sits in that smoke, and Skadoodle will take him down. Ricky with the AWP now might be out of luck here. We'll see whether he can get anything done. Molotov might confirm the defeat. He might just have to save now, and they're going to get $1,400 on top of their currently very low bank accounts, and he needs to save that AWP, although he could buy another one. He'd like to ideally drop a weapon for a teammate next round. So there we have it, match point for Cloud9. First map of the North American division here.
Whole new world, Henry.
See?
No more, is it guaranteed? Like, the 1-0 should be a 3-0. Those percentages are going to change heavily.
So that's only relevant from the pistol round, though, I should know. They're not changing the loss bonus completely. It's just in the first round.
Yeah. But still, like, it means that now, like, if everyone in your team saves on the T side, right, no one buys anything, $800 into the next round. If you lose a round, but get the bomb down, $1,600 from the bomb plant, and then another $900. That's $3,400 in the second round.
Even faster now.
Even if you lose it, that's
Save the AWP and throw it around. Save for AWP and throw it around. Yeah.
Just throw it around.
Save your throw around.
Give me that cash. And let me see. That'd be 2,700 plus a knife kill. I need 2 knife kills.
2 knife kills, that's easy.
It's been done before.
Ooh,
Cloud9 fighting for match now. got some rounds to do it. Pressuring the banana area, trying to exhaust the utility of Rogue. But at 1 minute 15, there is a lot of utility left over for Rogue. Crystal holding the angle with all of 4 HP. One must be careful. I was a bit slow on the shot there. That should have been a free one. He's nosed it right up. Vi's trying to do what he can. Needs a multi-frag. Just one, and that might be it. He really had to get a frag there. I can only assume as IGL, he was looking at the radar because that was a really delayed shot on the player jumping through the smoke. He jumped into his crosshair, and now it's down to Ricky, 1 versus 3. Smoked off. And yeah, I don't think this is happening, unfortunately. They just have too much position. Cloud9 running out of bullets in his AWP as well. He's got 1, but the reload is so long. Okay, 5 bullets there. So much time is being wasted by automatic, and the inevitable will now come through. 16 to 10 for Cloud9.
16 to 10, and the second half was where it all fell apart. It's Flasher and Co getting it done. They seem like they're getting better and better every time we see them play. Managed to take that E United the other day 2-0. Looking for the same result against Rogue here today. Convincing victory, especially in the second half. Ricky couldn't really keep up with them. You can see his fragging attempts there. Skadoodle, who actually looked pretty decent on the M4A4 down. Are you impressed with his rifling so far?
Yeah, and I think that we'll be further impressed as time moves forwards, especially much like with Chris J, these dedicated AWPers that have found comfort on that weapon for many years in the professional scene. They have incredible first bullet aim, which is really critical, especially with the M4, where I think that first shot is very important, and the AK as well, of course. But generally speaking, what was cool for me was seeing how Cloud9 picked up the pace and going into the T side. Things looked a lot more convincing after that, really bad start that they had against Rogue, because the first chunk of the match was just poor economic times for Cloud9, but as soon as they stabilized there, it seemed like it wasn't too hard to close it out. 16 to 10.
Look at those scores stats on the doors. Skadoodle, 27 kills and 13 deaths, getting it done. Pretty good fragging attempts from everyone on Cloud9. No significant drop-offs in any team, to be honest. 6 got top frags for Rogue. And in terms of damage, we have the highest amount of Skadoodle, of course, at 2,900. So there we go. It will be ADR in buckets for him. Looking great on that new rifle roll. Just fascinating to see, like we said, that B-bomb site. Golden's taking the secondary orb over him. They're really forcing the issue. I kind of agree with you, James. Avner is trying to reinforce his new role and say, no, we're not going back there. This is the new procedure. This is how it's going to go down. And it seems to be working.
Yeah, it's an entirely different game of Counter-Strike, how you play around positions and so on. So you have to just focus on that entirely. It's like when you stop toggling through your grenades with the 4 button and you have a separate button for each grenade, you have to take that toggle off. Yeah. Otherwise, you always go back to it. So you just got to learn cold turkey.
Well, speaking of changes and new things, we do have that update that's just been dropped. I dare say that might delay the next game, just hopefully by a few minutes, so we might have a slightly extended break here. We will definitely tweet about it and see if there's any issues here. I'm going to say this, it's going to be fine, but last week it took maybe a little bit longer. Very exciting patch. Maybe we can come back earlier if there is a break and dissect it together. We can have a proper look through all the notes and have a chat. But for now, we'll go to a break and be back for the next map between these two excellent teams. Do not go anywhere.